Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because today I'm talking about a particular visa which is marketed in a totally wrong way. So I'm trying to clear a lot of misconceptions about this particular visa. So let's get started. Before that, I request if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. And if you like the video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit from this. So please watch the video till the very end because I do share a lot of tips at the end of the video. So let's get started. Starting today's video, I wanted to share with you a small story which I'm sure you must have heard in your childhood, and this story is about 6 blind men and an elephant. So these 6 blind men, not blind, but they are blindfolded, right? So their eyes are covered and they are only touching the elephant and visualizing, thinking from their experience, right? So they don't know, their eyes are closed, they don't know the exact picture. They are assuming the things, and all 6 are assuming in the wrong way. Somebody is thinking ear of an elephant as a fan, somebody is thinking the trunk as a rope, somebody is thinking somebody is thinking as a teeth for spear. So different way they are assuming the things. That's what I'm saying. It's because they are blindfolded and their eyes are covered. They don't want to see the real picture, or they can't see the real picture. So when they take off those blindfolds, they see what exactly it is. It is an elephant. So I always say knowledge is the power, because knowledge, if you know about it, you can take a right decision. If you don't know about it, then of course you are going to fall into a trap. So today's video is about such a particular visa which is marketed in totally a wrong way. And this visa is SX1 visa. I get so many queries, can we get SX1 visa? Can we get SX1 visa? So I am sharing here with you the complete truth about SX1 visa. First of all, let's make it clear what is SX1 visa. So SX1 visa, what exactly is this? This is nothing new. This is a visitor visa. To make it clear once again, I'm repeating myself here. It is a visitor visa. SX1 is a visitor visa. All it has is added permission to study for a 6 months, less than 6 months of course, right? What type of courses, I'll come to that, right? But you can take any short-term courses, less than 6 months with this visa. You don't require study permit on this. So this visa cannot be extended. Mind it, this cannot be extended. But you can stay in Canada as a visitor. You can apply to extend your stay as a regular visitor. I'll come to explain you that what exactly is the difference between a regular visitor and SX1. First of all, let's try to understand, which nobody is trying to clear you, the meaning of S and X. The meaning of S, these are the codes. These are category codes. I'll come to all the category codes, but let me explain you here. S stands for study permit. And SX, which when you pronounce X, it is for exempt. So basically this visa is study permit exempted. SX. So X exempt, the pronunciation or the sound comes as X. So this is where SX comes into picture. Now let's look at a picture of a Canadian visitor visa. If you see, here is a visitor visa with a multiple entries, and you see V1 here. This V1 is category, and the bigger category is visitor. Under the bigger category, this is a category called V1. I am sharing with you all the categories which come under the visitor. So you can have a visitor visa, but you can have a different category, right? Suppose this is called category code, which is there in your visitor visa, category code and its description. So category, a visitor visa can have a B1 category, which is a business visitor. A visitor visa can have a D1 category, which is a diplomatic visa, right? A visitor visa can have a F1 category, which is a facilitation visa. A visitor visa can have like parents and grandparents. I have a complete video on that. I have video on the visitor visa also. If you have not seen, you can see that. So visitor visa, the parents which has issued super visa is also a visitor visa. So they get in the category, they get PG1, parents, grandparents 1, PG1 category. That is a category code for the visitor. So PG1 category. Similarly, if we go further into this category code, there is a code called SX1. So this is a student exempted from requirement of study permit. This is the meaning or description of SX1 category code. So basically SX1 is a category code. It's marketed in altogether a different way. So some ghost consultants or some businessmen, right, who have these 5-star hotel like offices, so you can see, they are offering these visas for 5 lakhs. Why? Because they are trying to encash on your need to come to Canada. By hook, by crook, you can come to Canada. I'll come to that. So for now, this is SX1, which is a student exempt from study permit requirement. Now, what is the purpose of SX1? So purpose of SX1 is basically, come on short-term courses, for short-term courses which are less than 6 months, and mostly these are ESL courses, English as a secondary language. It's the acronym, right? So don't get confused, ESL. My primary language could be Punjabi, Hindi, right? But English is not my primary language. So English is my secondary language. So ESL, English as a secondary language, ESL course. I can come for 4 months, 5 months ESL course. FSL, French as a secondary language. I can come for FSL course also. Some courses, some people who are, otherwise they have good marks, but they are, little weak in English, or they have not scored that well in the IELTS. So universities do provide admission, right? Sometimes you get 6 and 5.5 and 6, right? You don't have the complete 6. So universities say, okay, you do one ESL course, which is a kind of prerequisite to your study course. So if you complete the ESL course, then you can do the study permit courses, the academic programs. So this is the prerequisite. So this is the purpose, right? Could be a short-term course, right? Maybe a hairdresser course, right? PSW course. These short-term courses, which are less than 6 months. Or short-term training. Many times companies have offices in Canada. They have also offices in India, Pakistan, and different other locations. So, they say, okay, they want to train their employees in the parent, maybe the parent company is in Canada. They want to train there. Say, okay, come over and we can offer you a 2 months training and 1 month training, and you can stay and train on a new product or new service or whatever. And this is the purpose of SX1 visa, right? So now let's talk about pros and cons, right? Cons, nobody is going to talk. Pros, I'm surprised. I see hoardings and I see a lot of, banners. I'm really surprised the way it is marketed, right? So pros, let's talk about the pros. No IELTS requirement. Of course, no IELTS requirement, right? You are not coming on a study visa. It is a study exempted visa. So there is no requirement for IELTS. You don't have good command over your English, right? That's why you are coming over for English as a secondary language course. And so you don't need IELTS. But this is marketed, right? This is pro. This is a fact. So you get it's kind of convinced to you, oh, you don't need IELTS. You don't need IELTS for this, yes, true, but eventually you cannot escape from IELTS. IELTS you have to go, either IELTS or whatever English language testing system, you have to go for that. It's a requirement. For PR, it is a requirement. It's very difficult to escape from this. Other is no GIC. So GIC is a requirement for study courses, right? It is your money. It's kind of a fixed deposit. You $10,000 GIC you do with them. But since you are not coming on a study permit, right? It's a short-term course. There is no need for GIC. So of course, GIC is not required, which is again a fact, right? Study gap accepted. Basically, you are not coming for a study. Basically, you are coming for a short-term course. So, of course, then if you are coming for a short-term course, then study gap is accepted. Right? Next is age above 35 can also apply. Yes, age above 35 can apply because they are not coming for a study or academic program. They are coming here for a short-term course, and anybody can do a short-term course, self-development courses. You can do that. Right? So, these are pros. Now let's talk about cons, and nobody talks about it, right? So these are cons. First thing, as I've told you, SX1 is a visitor visa. Can you work on a visitor visa legally? Illegally you can do anything. Can you work on a visitor visa? Yes, the answer is no. You cannot work on a visitor visa. So somebody coming on a study permit, they are legally entitled to do 20 hours of work. But on this you cannot work. Nobody talks about this. Next, it cannot be extended. Again, they don't talk about this. It cannot be extended, right? Basically, this is not an academic program. You don't come for any kind of academic program. You don't get any kind of degree or diploma. Even if you get a diploma or any kind of a certificate, how much value it holds? Very, very low. Very, very low value. With that English certificate, can you get a job somewhere? No. So it's most of time it is a self-development kind of thing. So very little value of study which is done through this SX1. You may at the end again need a LIMIA, labor market impact assessment, or any other kind of work permit, right? So because it's a visitor visa, right? So you need to get it converted somewhere. Now IELTS, you are trying to escape from IELTS. You are taking shortcuts, left, right, you are taking a shortcut to escape IELTS. Don't do that. You cannot escape IELTS. Eventually you have to go for an IELTS exam or any other type of language testing exam. You have to go. There is no chance. So nobody talks about it. Now, marketing, which is false marketing, which is happening, right? No advance fee. Oh, you become excited. Oh my God, this is a great consultant. He is not taking a single penny. Yeah, he is not taking a single penny, right? So you just go and tell, okay, he is not taking a single penny. I should go and apply through him. Yes, go. Please go apply through him, right? Pay after visa, and then if your visa is approved, I'm using the word if your visa is approved, they will ask, okay, now give us 5 lakhs. Now, I have a question for you. Do you know what kind of papers the consultant is filling for you? How much truth it is presenting to the government? Whose file is getting spoiled? If you don't get a visa, whose passport is getting stamped? You get stamp on your visa. Your visa is refused, right? Your passport is refused. So your file gets spoiled. Your information goes, and basically it's a fluke. It's a fluke which the consultant is playing. They put 20 files, 50 files, one of them gets passed, and they just, do like this. See, we got a visa. We got a visa. They don't talk about rest 49 files which are not approved. They talk about that one particular file which got luckily approved. Rest 49, they don't talk about it, right? So visa guaranteed. This is sheer nonsense. Sheer nonsense. Nobody can guarantee a visa. Nobody can guarantee you a visa. But I am surprised. Big hoardings, big posters, flyers showing visa guaranteed. Wow. Gap accepted. I mean, gap accepted is written like this, that they are ready for you. The Canadian Immigration Department is only waiting for you to give you the visa. They won't look into your gap. They won't look into the reason for the gap. They will just say, oh yeah, you are welcome. Wow. University and college fee later. Of course it is later, but the kind of marketing it is, right? Because you are applying a SX1 visa. It's a self-development course, English language course, short-term course, right? So you pay for that later. High success rate. Another big nonsense. Total nonsense. This has lowest success rate, not a high success rate. Those who are saying high success rate, are they showing you how many files they are doing total? 50, 100, and one case get approved, and that one case which is approved is shown to you. Rest 99, nobody tells you. So high success rate, another big lie. No funds requirement. Yeah, you will, you just walk over. You don't need to show any money. Another nonsense. So there are procedures even for a visitor visa also. If you have not seen my video on visitor visa, you can go and check that visitor visa requirement. So tons of refusals people get because of lots of different reasons. So now another question which I have for you, even if you get this visa, first of all, this is the marketing it has done is totally a false marketing. Even if you get a visa, what after you get this visa? I have a question for you. What after you get the SX1 visa? There is different routes of coming to Canada. You can come as a PR, straight away PR on an economic category like express entry, right? Or a family category, right? Parents and grandparents, they come directly as a PR. You apply for a parents and grandparents program, right? They come as a PR directly, right? And you have different pilot programs, you have PNPs, you have so many other options. So directly you can come as a PR, or you can come on a work permit and work here in Canada, and eventually like TR to PR you can do that, but it's no more now. You can do a Canadian Experience class or any other express entry class, or different ways of getting the PR. You can, and third, this is one of the biggest categories. Student come here, they study, and then they apply for postgraduate work permit, they get postgraduate work permit, and eventually they get PR. This is another route. Another route is visitor visa to work permit, and I have a complete video also on this. You can get your visitor visa converted to a work permit based on LMIA. You can do that. So that's also one of the ways, and then later on file for a PR. Another category is refugees. You can come as a refugee, and I will bring up a complete video on this. This is again a lot of misinformation and false information is spreaded on this refugee category. This category is highly misused. So I will talk on it, but for now, refugee, and then later on PR. So my question is, where does the SX1 fit into this category? So again, you are back to square one. You don't fit into this category then. You are trying to escape from IELTS. You eventually have to go for an IELTS exam. For getting a PR, you need again IELTS exam. So what is the point of escaping from IELTS at the very first place? Number one. Number two. Again, as a visitor, you can come on an SX1 visa, you can take an entry here in Canada, go back, again start the process. What is the point? Your money which you paid 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, whatever, right, goes down the drain. There is no point. So again, if you have any questions, you can talk to a regulated consultant who can guide you in a proper manner, who can provide you. One important thing to say, because it's not one size does not fit all in immigration. We all are different. Our studies are different, our experience is different, our knock codes are different. So how come we can fit one size all? So talk to a consultant who can guide you, who can provide you with the right and proper way of coming to Canada. You can reach out to our office. Our office is here in Brampton, and you can schedule a consultation. Call our office to schedule the consultation and talk over on this. So once again, if you have not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.